John Lay here from Talented Learning for another hot take review. Today's hot take is on Blue Sky eLearn. Blue Sky eLearn is an LMS solution that's targeted specifically for professional and trade associations. Not even the for-profit flip side of that for training companies. They will operate in that space, but almost primarily 95% of their customers are all associations. And as a result, they've got a real deep specialty. 22 years, 100 folks doing nothing but servicing association learning technology. They have functional differentiators really in event management, virtual event management, continuing education management, integration, prepackaged integration to all kinds of things, and really to support the complexities of the managing continuing education credits. For anybody that manages continuing education credits, you know that it can be very easy. Like a course is worth one credit no matter who you are, or it can be very complex that each state has different rules, different credit values, different categories and subcategories of credit that any given profession needs to have. You need to take two out of this category and three out of this category and be able to manage the complexities of that. When a learner takes any given particular piece of continuing education and be able to match that they're in Pennsylvania and they have this particular job role, so they should get this credit. That's all the stuff that Blue Sky does really well to manage that complexities. To manage the complexities of continuing education credit, you also need to have those regional variations, but control validity periods and recertification periods, all things that they do well. They also have some great integrations into the continuing education ecosystem, like the ABA MCLE system and PARS and ACC ME and CP Monitor and CE Broker, to name a few, so that you can manage those industry regulations and help their customers, report up the credits that they're delivering and their learners are taking. They What's really neat is that with the specialty LMSs like Blue Sky, they don't necessarily see the traditional multi-purpose LMS players or benchmark against them. What surprised me or encouraged me about Blue Sky was how on par they were to the very best AI systems out there, from generative AI to help them create content, create learning lessons, to create and write assessments and titles and descriptions and keywords and tied to skills. So doing a lot of cool stuff with AI there, but also with the grading of assignments. And so that's a part of AI that sometimes is overlooked, but that I really like because it transfers from just like transferring knowledge. Do you know this to can you actually do something? So learners submit something that they're actually doing, and then using AI to essentially grade that against a rubric and be able to scale that process of testing your learners on their ability to do stuff. I think Blue Sky's core competency and where they come from is from event management. So they're really great at virtual event management, helping associations launch their regional or their annual shows and track everything from exhibition halls to speakers and all the things that they need to do to flesh out their session and have that count for continuing education credits. They have a really great authoring tool that's kind of in line. You're like working administratively and in the authoring tool at the same time in a very unique way. It's not like an authoring side of it and then a presentation side. It's kind of all the same things mixed together. And it's a really unique way to approach content authoring that makes it easy and really easy. I think is probably the key takeaway to create content without a lot of technical capabilities. They're also, of course, integrated into all the AMSs. So if you look at, the popular, multi-purpose systems, they all have APIs, but what they don't have is pre-built integrations into the AMS systems. And the AMS market is all but as complicated as the LMS market, but organizations like Fontiva, IMS, and Pexium, MemberClips, MemberSuite, NetForm, Personify, Novi, GrowthZone, ProTech, AMSs are just some of the productized integrations that Blue Sky has to those. So if you're an association, um, it's tough to find an LMS that gets you. Sure, you can manage content, you can manage users, but the dynamics of members, of no manager connections, no compliance, lots of e-commerce, virtual events, continuing education. Those things are all special and complicated in learning systems, especially for association learning. And Blue Sky solved it, and they've been solving it for decades. If you're an association and you need a learning management system, I'd check them out. You'll find more of our fiercely independent content at talentedlearning.com.